obviously had limited time playing them, so it's a limited sample size. I think maybe we've only played them 3-4 times, right? So just being aware of their skill and their speed. We like to play fast, and we just did video on them right now. So just awareness of what their systems are, but I don't know if we'll need to make many tweaks, to our own game. I think we're pretty comfortable with how we play, and maybe not worry so much about the team, but just internally that we do what we need to.
Do you watch a lot? Sorry, Derek. Do you watch a lot of film? You individually and this group as a team, and how much a part of the prep is that for you, and just kind of studying the guys you're going up against?
Well, it's a great majority of the prep. I think with video you can really tell teams' tendencies. I know for myself, just knowing which guys are on the ice and who's a big shooter, who's going to take a big shot, who's going to try and deke, especially on shootouts. I mean, not many shootouts here in the playoffs, but
tendencies.
Yeah, just like I said, tendencies, and I think more for the team, it's knowing how to respond in certain situations. If they do this, we do this, or if A, then B, or if C, then F, or something like that. So.
Coming off the sweep, had a week off or so now. How ready are you to get back out there in the game mode?
I think everyone's chomping at the bit. I think we just want to keep playing. We like to practice. It's great to come to the rink every day, but to play games, that's really the most fun and enjoyment that we get.
Kind of playing off of that a little bit, is there any worry about rest versus rust? I mean, the fact that they're playing, into Monday, and then they have to play against there. You guys have been off for a couple extra days. Does that hurt or help?
Worry for them or for us?
For you guys.
No, I don't think so. If we were just controlling our locker room, they played 5 games, but it doesn't mean they're maybe a little tired, but it's playoff hockey. You kind of put those things aside. I'm sure their coaching staff made a decision to give them a day off or so. But, it's really not thought in our minds, just play the game.
How are you personally feeling about your confidence coming off of a game where you made 50-plus saves going into the second?
I'm somewhat inflated, I think, because the chances that they got were very limited. I think the D did a tremendous job, and the overtime's keeping all their chances to the outside and very low percentage scoring areas. So, it is what it is. I just have to keep working. That's where your confidence comes from, coming to the rink every day, putting in the work, earning it. So you can't just because you have a 50 save performance or, something like that just doesn't validate. Just keep pressing forward and practice and off the ice.
Talking about confidence, it's a fine line between confidence and a little bit overconfidence. Does this team mess with that line at all? Is that an easy thing for this group?
I think when you're playing well, you have like a swagger, but I think Coach Collin does a very good job of reeling it in and just showing us that, hey, we might be playing good, but here's areas that that we're overlooking. If we take this chance, here's something that we have to be prepared for if we're going to play like that, if we're going to play on edge. So I think the coaching staff, Kinger, Brookie, Pete included, they do a great job of keeping that balance. It's confidence, but it's the even keel. It's a trite expression, but it's just how it is.
I hear you and their goaltender, Comrie, I think it is, have a little bit of a history going back to your childhood. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I think it was midget 16 AAA, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't be too sure on the years, but we played each other. He played for LA Hockey Club, and I think I played for I was on the California Stars. I was on the Wave when we played them. I was on the California Wave when we played them. So, just little good old California rivalry. It was always fun playing him. He was always really good. Still a very good goaltender. Loves to compete. He's very technically sound. So, I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Were you guys friends? Have you kept in contact over the years or anything?
No, we were not even really acquaintances. Maybe I just knew of each other, just playing against each other. But he was always on the good LA Hockey Club team, and I was never really quite good enough at that age to make that leap yet. So there's always a little bit of wow, this goalie's really good. Admiration from my standpoint to his, and everyone has different paths. So it's cool to see the progression in my game and then, his game as well. So it's really
pulled
neat.
in game 2 actually after giving up I think like 5 goals or something like that. For psychologically to get pulled in a playoff game and then come back, he comes back and wins the next 3 or whatever it was. Do you guys, as goalies, look at that and say, you need to come out stronger the next time and focus better? Or?
I mean, you could. I mean, I don't know his mindset. I can't speak for him, but from my standpoint, I mean, it's kind of it is in some way a wake-up call, but it doesn't really change, how you prepare. Maybe you watch a video and, see where you went wrong, but just getting back to fundamentals. Because, I mean, not every goal, you have the ability, to stop maybe like a backdoor play or something of that nature. So you really have to kind of take an objective approach and just kind of step back and take a deep breath and get back out there. And it looks like that's what he did. So.
Do you feel all the eyes from the Blackhawks brass on you in this postseason, or is it easy to just play hockey and do your thing?
I really don't feel that pressure at all. I think the playoff hockey is bonus hockey, so now it's time to just enjoy it even more, because there's a lot of good hockey players that aren't even playing right now with the teams that have been out. So I think you look at it as a reward, and all that stuff, with staff is secondary. So just put your energy in the direct it towards the locker room and see how far you can go.
They're watching, all right?
I mean, yeah, we know, everyone knows, like, probably they're here, but it doesn't really take us off our goal. There's only really so much we can control, and that's kind of out of our hands right now. So
last week Cody talked about the playoff beards in the locker room. How's your beard looking and feeling right now? And has anybody shaved it off since then?
Not to my knowledge, but my beard is pretty sparse. It's a sorry excuse for a beard. Can't really grow facial hair, so this is all I got so far. But who knows? Maybe I'll have a little more by the time playoffs are over. But
who's got the worst going?
The worst? Probably Forts, my roommate. Forts and I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe Tompkins. He can't really grow facial hair, so at all. He's like the hairless wonder.
With the playoff beard thing, is that just a nice way to kind of just let loose and just have a little bit of fun, I guess?
Sure. I mean, I don't even know where it really started. So I guess, to try and grow a playoff beard, Franny and Glasser probably have the best beards, but they're probably our more seasoned players, so they have a little bit more experience. Yeah.
Can you compare and contrast the pressure of playing in your first NHL game with the Blackhawks to the pressure of playing in the playoffs here in a triple overtime game? Is there any similarities? Are they totally different level?
Well, there's a lot of parallels. I would honestly say it's no different. You prepare as a goalie. Myself personally prepare the same way. A regular season game, my first game with the Blackhawks, or first playoff game. I think that's why if you prepare consistently, you can expect somewhat consistent results. You can't always control the outcome, but you can expect to have a certain standard of operation for yourself. So I wouldn't really say there's any contrast besides the letters in front of the league name. It's just one letter difference. That's really all it is. So
do you think that experience in the NHL though kind of prepared your nerves for the playoffs?
Not really. Because, like I said before, for me it was no different. I appreciated being up there, and it kind of hit me when the national anthem started playing at the UC. But after that, it really just kind of all went away and settled in. And the puck's the same size, the rink's the same size, the net's the same size up there as it is here. So there really wasn't too big of a transition, from there to these playoffs. So.